What's up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be checking out the RC leading 101C courtesy of LiTake.com. This is a little nano camera quad, and is it any good? We're going to find out. First glance, the 101C is very familiar, resembles the Cheerson CX-10C and the FQ777, the eyes, that type of quad. This one is not a Wi-Fi one. This one will just record straight to an SD card. So what I'm going to do is give you guys a flight, show you the features, show you how it flies, and come back with final thoughts. So here we are with the RC leading 101C, very standard nano controller. It does have the buttons that are labeled for photo and video, and a little trim button, your on-off switch, and basically that's all this one's gonna have. You push in the right stick and that's gonna flip it for you, and then you got your standard throttle controls. And then if you look at the quadcopter, you have your pinhole lens here in the front, basically a straight on angle, and you got the black props in the front, the white in the back. Little logo on top, and SD card slot over here. This is gonna be, I'm not sure if this one was labeled or not. I believe it was either a 2 gig or a 4 gig. I can't remember which. It doesn't say on it. On the back you got nothing, and on this side you have your power charging port and your on-off switch. So let's put it on the ground and take it for a flight. And this one does have 3 rates. That's on your left stick. So that's second rate and third rate. And I recommend if you're gonna fly this one outside, definitely do it in the third rate. Let's start a video. So we should be recording video. And this one's basic nano camera quad. Flies very nice, very docile flyer. This is the high rate here. And it flies pretty well, but does not like the wind very much. This one does have prop guards. It comes with the prop guards attached. I've since removed them because if you're going to be doing any sort of outdoor flying, you're going to need all the power you can get to fight the wind with this one. So this one's basically meant to be more of an indoor flyer. But it does fly well, and you can fly it outside a little bit. See, I'm getting a little bit of a breeze here, and it's having a little bit of difficulty fighting it. But again, it is a nano quad, so I'm thinking they were intending this one to be flown more indoors than outdoors. You can certainly fly it outdoors like I am here, but it would probably do much better indoors. I have flown it indoors, and it flies great inside, especially with the prop guards. If you're new, might be a good starter nano quad. If you're just getting into the hobby, you might want to check this one out because it does come with the prop guards, and that's going to save you a lot of aggravation with props and motors. So, but other than that, it flies pretty good. This is the third rate, and let's do a yaw test. So it's got a decent yaw on it. Nothing extreme, but it's not painfully slow either. And you can flip this one, so why don't we go ahead and do that. It's fighting the breeze there. The breeze is pushing it backwards. So there's a flip. It flips decent. Basically flips like any other nano quad I've ever owned. Not super tight, but it gets the job done. And the video quality on this is okay, pretty good for what it is, you know, your basic standard nano quadcopter. Just about a little less than a year ago, it was a novelty to have a camera on a quad this small. And this one does get a nice flight time for you, right around the 5-minute range. So that's pretty good for the camera recording to the SD card. This one doesn't have altitude hold or anything like that. Has your nice green LEDs in the front and the red in the back. That seems to me that's the way that all quads should be. It should always have the green in the front and the red in the back, but a lot of them have them reversed. But this one flies very nice. Very easy to control. Definitely I would recommend this as a good beginner nano quad. And especially since it has the camera draws a lot of buyers because you're looking for something that's going to record video and get you something from a perspective that you don't normally see. So definitely a good one to start out with. If you're more advanced or intermediate, you might be a little bored with this one, but I think it's definitely a good starter. Let's stop our video here real quick and maybe snap a few photos. I have found that the photos on this, I mean, none of the photos are great with these, but oh, we're getting a little high here. I'm catching some wind taking me up there, and then I don't have the power to fight it too much. We're getting towards the end of our battery cycle, so maybe I should just land it. But as I was saying, the photos on this one, whoops, missed the hand catch. My bad. So let me snap a photo here while it's still. Because what I find with these photos, when you get them in the air, they get a lot of motion blur. Let me just, you can hand launch this one as you would expect from a nano quad. Let me snap a few more pictures from the air here. Let me see if I can get myself. I don't think I got myself there. Wind is really blowing this one back. It's just a slight breeze, but this one, as I said, doesn't fight the wind too well, and it's getting towards the end of its battery. So, tough to fight the wind. But other than that, I think this one's a great indoor flyer and does pretty well outside, but you're definitely going to want to keep it close to you. Range hasn't really been a huge issue. I haven't really had any dropouts with this one, but haven't flown it too far away from myself because, as I said, it has difficulty fighting the wind. So definitely a good starter quad. One other thing I wanted to show you was, initially I was looking underneath it to see what kind of LED it might have to indicate that it's recording, and then I realized it's right here on the top here. So let me just, when you take a picture, you get a little red flash, and then when you hit the record button on the video, you're going to get a constant red light there. So that's going to let you know you're recording, so that's pretty handy. So that's going to wrap it up with the RC leading 101C courtesy of LiTake.com. Want to say thanks again to LiTake for sending me this one for review. If you want to check this one out, I'll have it linked in the description. I think this is a good starter nano quad. Easy to fly, has the prop cards. So check it out if you're just starting out, or if you really want to check it out, be my guest. I think more advanced flyers will be somewhat bored with this one, but it does fly very nice, and I think it is a very good starter nano quad, because a lot of people think they should start with a nano, think it might be a little more easy to control, but most of the nanos end up being a little twitchy, and this one flies real nice, real smooth, so probably a good nano to start with. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the thumbs up. If I missed anything, or if you have any questions at all about this quadcopter or anything at all, hit me up in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you for watching. Until the next video, try not to crash and burn, and happy flying.